What's going on, YouTube? We're back with another video. I know it's been a minute since I've posted on this channel, but today we're literally coming up with a banger. We're making bangers and mash. Basically, in case you don't know what that is, it's just potato and sausages. So I guess let's start. Why not? All you have to do first, peel enough potatoes till you think is enough. Remember, I always measure from the heart. You don't have to. So start by peeling your potatoes, which I've already. Your next step is you're going to take your cutting board and your favorite knife. You put that cloth under the cutting board so it doesn't move as much on you while you're cutting. Be careful with the knife, don't cut yourself. You're going to chop up your potatoes into little bite-sized pieces like this. I'm going to do that now and come back to y'all when I'm done. Alright, so now that you got all your potatoes in here, you're going to take your pot with all your potatoes in there. Just fill it with water. Fill it up to about halfway. Also depends how much potatoes you have. If you have a lot of potatoes, fill it up until the potatoes are all covered. If you're doing another recipe where you also need to boil eggs, feel free to add in your eggs here. And I don't know, just feel free to add in your eggs and boil them. Once you're done, you're going to take your pot over to your stove. I have to take stuff off my stove, so I'll come back to you when I'm done that. Once you've got your stove cleaned off or whatever's on it is off, base your pot, put on that burner on high mode. When you're boiling, you put it to high. Obviously, it depends which one you use for which burner. Once you got that on high, we're just gonna go in with some kosher salt here. Or this is sea salt, one of the two. You go in with your salt, and you stir it in there, and you wait for your freaking potatoes to boil. While you're doing this, while we're waiting for this to boil, we're gonna go make sausages in the air fryer. To make these sausages, this is what you're gonna need. You're gonna need sausages, air fryer, preferably with this mat. Don't worry, it's not dirty. We've just used it a little bit before. Still good to use. Obviously your knife and a cutting board. You can use the same one for the potatoes. But if you were to cut your meat first and then do the potatoes, don't do that. If you're gonna cut your meat first, always switch out your knife or wash it and switch out the cutting board. Since I did the potatoes first, it should be fine. We're gonna go here, we're gonna put y'all down. We're gonna take our sausages, just open it right up. You know, nothing different here from what you would do for any meat packages. Now the cool thing is, sausages, since they're in the skin, they keep all the juices in there, which come out and burn your mouth, which preferably I don't like a lot. So we're gonna make 3 slits for each side. Kind of like that. Yours is probably gonna turn out better than mine. And now, because there's 2 sides to your sausage, we just flip all of them over. So all those flesh slits that you just cut are gonna be facing down. When it's frozen, it's a little easier to do this, but always defrost your meat, and it makes it easier to cook. On here, in between those 3 slits, on the opposite side, we're gonna just go two slits. Hopefully your knife is sharper than mine and it cuts. Obviously yours is gonna turn out better than mine. I'm gonna go get another knife. Now that I got a slightly bigger knife that works better. Just go in there easily to make those 2 slits. And that's it for cutting wise, so at this point in time you can put your knife in the sink. Always remember to do your dishes after or during. Next you move your sausages closer to the camera. You can move out your cutting board and cloth. You take your air fryer basket and you just want to line all those up in there. Try, they can be next to each other, but try not to let them overlap each other. You might have 1 or 2 and that's going to be okay because they end up shrinking down anyway. So you get all your sausages in here. There's multiple recipes for this. This one's just my way. Some people like to chop up the sausages in circles and stuff. I'm not doing that today. You can put your thing there, cutting board away. Next you put in the air fryer. Don't do what I did. Before you try to use it, make sure you plug it in. Plug it in the right way. We're gonna go here, 400 for 7 minutes, and we'll see you when it's up. And by this time, your potatoes should be boiling, and if not boiling, almost boiling. We're gonna come back to you guys once either one of these is done. Once your potatoes start boiling, I know this might be a little stupid because we know they're definitely not cooked yet and we just put them in there. I like to go check them anyway, see how they're doing, you know. When you stir them off your fork here, you can feel that they're still hard. So if I even go and try to stab one, it's just gonna be like a rock. Make sure you don't drip all over that counter. And I don't really have anything to say clean up your mess to this time other than maybe some dishes. But don't forget to clean up that mess, please. And unfortunately, there will be no lemons in today's recipe. We just don't need them today. But if you are a lemon lover, I do recommend commenting down in the comments. I don't know, say anything. Or maybe some recipes I should try, you know, something like that. And make sure to check out the other YouTube channel, EWF Figs. I know it has nothing to do with cooking. It's a wrestling channel, but still check it out because self-promotion. Check out the TikTok, which I'm probably going to post this video to. It's going to be weird because it'll be on TikTok, but I'll be talking to YouTube. That's okay. Check out the TikTok. Check out all 3 TikToks. And yeah. You're going to cup. Once you're done with the sausages, once you're done the first 7 minutes, all you basically got to do is flip them over so that that more raw side is on top. And you'll start to see a nice golden brown crust is starting to form. Your potatoes are boiling. Everything's going perfect for now. I say for now because you never know in the world of cooking. Once you got your sausages flipped, basically you put them back in. Oh, they're heavy. You put them back in your air fryer. Same time as last time. And this should be the last time you have to put them in. I'm testing something out. Normally I do 10 flip 10 for sausages and fries. I'm testing out something because lately I've been practicing with lower temperatures to see, okay, because at 10 they were getting a little too crispy for me. So I'm practicing with lower temperatures. But if 7 minutes is not enough for the full 14 minutes, however, we can always put in for longer. Don't be afraid to put in your food for longer if it's not cooked. And if you put in for too long, I'd rather your food be burnt than raw. Right? Unless it's beef, like a steak. Also, I should probably mention that this recipe serves between 2 to 4 people. Obviously, if you have more people, you can use more sausages, or you can use more potatoes. This recipe, I might be wrong. I think you're gonna get 3 sausages per person, and a big lump of mashed potatoes per person, which is all you need. And if you're making for your family, or you're making for anybody else, remember to set that table. I'm gonna go set my table, because you need somewhere to eat the delicious food. So it's been 5 to 10 minutes again since I last checked my potatoes. Trusty fork. You're sitting here mixing around, you can feel like that they're getting softer. What I do to check a potato is basically, I don't drop it off the fork. Grab one, plop it down on your clean counter. Make sure your counter is clean before doing this. It goes in nice and easily. But you know it's not cooked because your potato doesn't split in half. But that means they're almost done, so I'd give them about maybe 3 to 5 more minutes. And when your sausages are done, they're done too. Something else happens. My sausages just dinged, so we're gonna put y'all down. We're gonna grab a bowl. Grab your bowl before your sausages ding. Makes it easier on you. Grab a bowl, can be any bowl. I'm using this metal bowl. Open up your air fryer. Careful because it is hot. Don't burn yourself. And if they ask you what happened, don't blame it on me if you do. You're just gonna put all of your sausages into the bowl. Some of the sides look more gray, but they're cooked. You gotta trust me on this, and they're gonna be nice, juicy, and flavorful. You can use any flavor of sausage. I think I'm using honey. I don't know, I didn't read it. But my mom just said yes, so that means yes. And at this point in time, your tater tot should be done. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna turn off, push it to the back. Make sure you have an empty sink because, you know, you don't like melting stuff. grab your strainer and strain it. I'll see you guys when I strain it. Once them tater tots are strained, you can go in with any kind of milk or cream. I'm using 2% milk because that's what we like. Like I said, I measure with my heart. Measure with your heart. You can use a better recipe. I don't recommend mine, but figured I'd show y'all anyway. We have gotten a couple requests to do more cooking videos. Once you put in your milk and butter, you can use butter and margarine. I'm using butter here. Just gotta mash it all together. And if it looks like you put too much milk, don't worry, because once you mash, the milk gets soaked up by the potatoes and it gets nice and creamy. My potatoes look bare minimum because I'm not making for everybody. That's it. You're done the recipe. Your potatoes are cooked. Your sausages are cooked. Your table's set. Your family's happy. And that's all you really need. So, friendly reminder, like and subscribe if you like videos like these. I know they're not the best, but that's okay. And ring the bell. Hopefully I will be posting more cooking videos soon. Just been really busy and stuff. And procrastinating a lot. See you next time on Ethan's Kitchen.